Hi there folks, it's Rich here again, Crafty Gamer Clan. This video we're going to be doing another farm up in Uldum. Specifically we'll be looking for Elementium ore. And just before we get started, just in case you're not in the correct phase of the area of Uldum, you'll need to go and talk to Zadormi to make sure that you travel back to this point in history. And then you should be able to go across and hit all these nodes and get through relatively unmolested by all of the mobs that are going to pretty much just bog you down and slow you down all the way through. You're pretty straightforward. It's a bit of a slight square shape, I suppose. Just going across the top of the zone, and then across the western side, back across the bottom here, back onto Aconite Fields, and then shooting back across to the other mountainous region on the eastern side, before shooting back up and round again. You should tag, or you should come into contact with at least 3 or 4 potential pyrite nodes. I'm not sure if they jump around too much, if it's like a certain level of chance involved of each one being a certain type. Just to make sure we're looking at only the right thing, I'm going to put on fine minerals, get rid of fine herbs. We've got our fire water in effect, and I think, yep, we're actually empty of everything else, so we're good to go. So let's get straight into it then. Our first vein right there. Be one of the first in a couple of videos where we're just going to be going through the old Cataclysm farms, a lot of which seem to be quite good for materials still, even after the auctioneer's merge. Let's see how much we can be expecting to make after the usual 10-minute run around of the area. I'm going to be getting some volatiles. Oh. And make sure that we're flying as close as we need to be. So that anything that can spawn will spawn. That's our first very nice pyrite deposit. Random jewel thrown in. Somehow I think we're not going to have any trouble at all getting 1,000 gold for our 10 minutes invested here. Or how much of this could be due to people taking a breather and distracted by all the new stuff about to come out with Dragonflight, or what the actual cause could be. But it's definitely having a positive effect on the prices of these ores. Seeing that uptick. Enough time to complete a full circuit here. A quick look around the temple here. And check out these last couple of potential spots on the western side before we head over. You could, to be fair, skip out these ones down here, I guess. Just want to double check to be sure. Nope, it's fine. Slide down to these last two nodes here. Flying directly east. Taking a bit of that view there. Straight back into it. Do another 80 gold's worth of materials? I think we can. Quite comfortably. Go. And just before we get to the lost city of Dolvir, just before we get to that waterfall there, just head across to the east again. And we're going to be flying eastward, I believe, as relatively straight as we can. To that surrounding mountainous region here. We're just going to head back along towards our starting point. We're coming into the last 50 seconds. And there we go. So that was a super easy 1,000 gold worth of materials, even with the auction house the way it is at the minute. In some cases, will sell quicker than the time it took you to farm it. That was close, wasn't it? Then that's time. So I am going to go ahead and park up here. I'm not going to mine that vein. So we have got just under a half stack of excuse me, Elementium ore. We've got not too bad pyrite ore, 6 of those. We've got all small odds and sods for volatiles, and then these couple of gems here don't seem to be worth anything crazy, but the speed at which you can get around here, and to say that roughly about 15 to 20% of your flight time is going to be dead time moving between. A lot of these are quite rich for the mining nodes to pop up. You could perhaps refine this down ever so slightly and take a slightly shorter route than I did, and just keep to this top section here, and not go further south than say Ramkehen, where you've got Zidormi there. You could keep it relatively level and just do the top half of the zone if you wanted. So that might be something that's worth me testing out just for speed myself. But yeah, straightforward Elementium farm in Uldum, and definitely looks like one of the best money makers in terms of these old world material farms that we've found thus far, for reliable sales anyway. And with that being said, I just want to say thanks for everyone that's watching these videos, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.